In the previous video, we saw how to write with Dabliu Notes. Now let's take it one step further. Let's see how to edit what we've written so far. Highlighter, eraser, and undo. Three simple tools, but slightly more targeted than they might initially seem. Let's begin with the highlighter. Select the color, adjust the thickness, and then you can start working. The transparency is already set up for you. In this way, you can very easily direct the student's attention towards a particular part of your board. You can also make use of a range of different colors. Yellow for the most important things, green for places, light blue for dates. Basically, do whatever you would like. Now, let's move on to the eraser. And here there is something you need to know. It is not just a single tool, but rather three different tools within the same menu. The partial eraser, the total eraser, and when you select the specific type of eraser, you can decide what exactly you want to erase. In this case, for example, the full eraser asks me whether I want to erase only the highlighter or the highlighter and all the other writing tools as well. For example, in this way, I have erased only the highlighted section. This can be extremely useful when, for instance, you need to carry out an exegesis of a text and you do not want to have to re-import the text you have written every single time. Write the text first, work on it with the pupils, mess it up as much as you like, and then remove only the part you added during the explanation. Your file is ready for a new explanation right from the end of the previous lesson. Alternatively, you can choose to use the complete eraser option for the writing tools. At this point, we have removed everything we had written. I'll show you how the partial eraser works as well. In this case too, I can decide whether to erase only the highlighter or all the tools. The selection was set to all tools, so I also removed some portion of what I had previously written. And here the third erasing tool comes into play. It's not about erasing something I've written, but rather undoing an action I've carried out that might be wrong, like undo in this case. In this way, by using these arrows, I can return to the initial situation. I can correct whatever I got wrong and delete only the specific part that I am interested in. There is, however, still another way of erasing that, shall we say, clears out a particular part of the screen. I select the arrow in the box like this, and as you can see, I can choose either a box shape or a free-form shape. I decide to use the box option, and I select the part of the screen that I want to work on. We'll come back to this several times because, as you can see, we can do a few different things, but for now, what we're interested in is simply tapping the bin to remove that part of the writing, or perhaps to clear away only part of the whiteboard. If, for example, we were solving an equation, we could quite easily highlight the part, so to speak, from the previous steps and delete it, then highlight the one from the last step and move it upwards, and continue the solution without any real space problems on our board. So let's try to summarize. The eraser tool, either partial or total, with the option to erase only the highlighted section or absolutely everything that has been written, the undo tool, which we will discuss again in a subsequent video, and the selection tool, which allows us, after selecting a part of the screen, to tap the rubbish bin icon and delete that particular section. Now you can try it out for yourselves. Open Dabliu Notes and go through this process. Write exactly as I did, fill up the whole whiteboard completely, and then start erasing using the different available modes. If you have anything to share, we look forward to your comment. Otherwise, see you in the next video.